Okay, so Jóra gelt kívánok. Boy, sitting here in Budapest saying Jóra gelt kívánok as I have my cave. Does it get any better than that? All those morning thought videos I did some time back, and I would always say Jóra gelt kívánok, and I wish I were in Budapest. And now here I am. I'm in Budapest. So it's something that I treasure, to be here in Budapest as I am. It is just incredible. But I thought that I would just share just several thoughts that have been going on through my mind. These videos that I've been doing. It's not without purpose. You see, it's interesting because what I do is I tune in and I listen to people talking, and listen to people communicating, albeit online or friends or locals or what have you, and I try to find out what's the big attraction, what's everybody interested in. For example, yesterday there's two places that I went: the Guzu, whatever it is, and the Zimpia Sunday Market or something like that. People will hear about that, and they Google it or they YouTube it, and inevitably, there's always a good chance that places like that, there aren't that many people that are doing videos, monetizing videos for those type of places. So when I'm doing a lot of these videos, I'm doing them primarily because I know that the likelihood of them being found is good on searches, and then when they're found, the likelihood that people will click on the ads will increase my revenue, if you want to think of it that way. Anyway, the other interesting aspect of that is that it's just the beginning of the tourist season here. It's mid June, so July, August, September. Those are going to be big tourist months, and people will be coming over here, and they'll be finding my videos online. So all of that goes toward the whole purpose of one of the whole purposes of doing the videos, and that is the revenue generating aspect of it. So that gives you a little bit of insight into the videos. You'll notice that I haven't been doing a lot of these videos where I just sit and talk. But other than that, what else is on my mind? Well, I gotta find a place to do laundry today. The washing machine here, I for the life of me, I can't figure out these European washing machines. They don't have drying machines here. You won't find a drying machine, clothes dryer in a home in Budapest. At least not one that I've been in. They always hang up their clothes to dry. But anyway, I got to find a place to do my laundry. I talked to my dad yesterday. I talked to my dad quite a bit, and interestingly enough, I called the rehabilitation center where my dad has been for the last, I don't know, month or something like that. I called the rehab center. First, I called this room, and it just rang and rang and rang and rang. And when you do that, when you call somebody that you love, and that phone rings, and it rings and rings and rings, and you know that it's, my dad is 90 years old, and one of these days, that phone is going to keep ringing, and it'll never be picked up. But anyway, so I ended up, I called his room, and he wasn't there, and then I called the nurse's station. And she said that my dad had gone home, and she said, "Is this Tom from Florida?" And I said, "Yeah, Tom from Budapest." And she said, "Oh, okay, your dad told us to tell you that he went home." So, and she said, we just all love your dad. Everybody here just loves your dad. And so I called my dad at home, and he picked up the phone, and boy, he was happy to go home. You know, home is where he belongs, and he was happy to be home. He was happy to hear from me, and you know, all that is great. It was wonderful hearing his voice. What else is on my mind? You know, an interesting aspect of traveling is the last couple days. I got to admit that I've been feeling a little bit lonely, and you know that loneliness always comes. I've been traveling for years, and that feeling of loneliness, it always, it's kind of like this. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. And especially, the loneliness is magnified when when you're in a interestingly enough, you know, when you're in a big city such as I am here of 1.7 million people, and you're lonely, the loneliness can just be magnified, uh, like there's no tomorrow, because you're all alone, and there's millions of people here, but you're alone. And so being in a big city when you're lonely, that can magnify it. But anyway, no, you go out on a when I go out on the town, as I did this past weekend, when you go out and you see all the people out there having fun, and you see the couples arm in arm and all that kind of stuff, and there I am alone. It can't, it gets a little bit, it can be a little bit trying, but it's not anything that I haven't experienced before over the course of my life. And on a personal note, I always find myself, when I'm working, more times than not, I've got iHeartRadio on, and usually I turn on the Zach Brown band, and the station Zach Brown, and it's country music. And I listen to country music, and I got to admit that there are times that a song or two will bring. I'll be sitting there like in a Starbucks or something, and there'll be times when a song or two will bring a tear to my eye, and just the lyrics of the songs, and oftentimes these last few weeks, last couple of weeks, I've been having a lot of thoughts of Mercedes come into my head. And those of you that have been following me for a while and followed me with the whole trip with Mercedes and everything, she really was she is a really an incredible woman. I went to see the movie Wonder Woman last night. In the movie, I was sitting there and I was thinking that, the movie should have been about Mercedes, Wonder Woman, but no, it's with the situation, being as it is, whereas I like to travel, as I do. I love to travel. I love to travel. I love to go and experience, new things, and see things, and meet people, and what have you. I love doing that, and it's hard if you're in a relationship to be able to have your cake and eat it too, but. But anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is that oftentimes when I'm out and about, I find myself, thinking back about the times with Mercedes. I find myself thinking about just the simplest just the simplest moments, that I had with her. Just like, the waking up in the tent in freezing degree weather when we were camping last year, and just driving through Beverly Hills with Mercedes doing her little thing. But anyways, it's all how does the saying go? Water under the bridge, I guess. But what else? So that's been on my mind, and as far as where to travel and what to do, I feel a little bit obligated to go to. Well, I don't feel obligated, but I want to go to Poland. I want to go to Krakow, and I'll stay there for a couple weeks. And this week, I think I'm going to go and just rent. Maybe I'll rent a car and drive down to Pécs, and then from Pécs I'll drive up through Balaton on Sunday, coming back to Budapest. But we'll see. It's nice to have those options. It's really, really nice to have those options. So with all that in mind, I'm going to get on with my day and wish all of you the very, very best. All right, take care.